not be scared. Do not be scared of the Colosseum, okay? I'm going to go over everything. At this time, let me see. Whoop. At the moment, we are rank 25, so we are a front pager. We green logged. We got all the combat tests done. Pretty easy, except for reinforcements. Curse of Rado, whoever made that combat test. Will this teach me how to get there? Did you do the quest to get to Varlamore? Here, I'll show you how to get there. we're starting way back. Here's the Colosseum. World map. When you're in Varlamore. Yep. You'll probably end up here. Go here. And that's it. When you first start, you won't be able to use the bank inside yet. You got to use this one for whatever reason. If you can't, if you can't figure out how to get to the Colosseum, I think the Colosseum is lost on you. I think you got to work on some other fundamentals. But let's start. Let's talk gear first. Okay. How are you skipping? Secret tech. Secret tech. And by secret tech, I mean the weapon animation replacer plugin. I made it so that when I have the axe, when I'm standing, it's the Soul Reaper axe animation, so he just like kind of has it on his shoulder. And then when I walk, I replace the movement with skipping. So whenever I have the the scythe out, I just skip. Look, it was a long grind. I needed something to entertain me, so now I skip. Okay. Gear. Let's go over. Okay. What I have here is best in slot. This is the best you can have for the Colosseum. So, I mean, there's lots of downgrades you could do. Scythe is the biggest thing. Scythe will be very, very nice. Ultor is huge. If you have Ultor, you get an extra 3 max hits. Very, very useful. You can obviously replace the Torva with Bandos, but the tankiness on Torva, very, very nice. If you need to tank Rangers for whatever reason, very, very good. Out of all this gear, I would say the most, I would say the stuff you need the most is the Blood Fury and the SGS. This keeps you healed constantly in the Colosseum, because especially since we're using Arceus, so we're going to be using Thralls and Death Charge. See a lot of people going with Ancestral, just blood barraging all the mobs when they're low. That's miserable. That's terrible. They have pretty high magic defense, and it just kind of sucks. It sucks. We're going to be doing this whole thing melee. The reason we have this Ancestral set, or just this Mage set, this is enough to one-shot the meleeer, the melee Fremennik. Since the Mage rebalance, we had to bring an extra hat here. I've seen some people bring Imbued Heart instead of the hat, which I don't really like, because if I end up having to brew at some point during the Colosseum, it'll bring my mage stats down, and then I won't be able to heart until, you know, the cooldown's off, then I won't be able to one-shot the meleeer. So this is enough. This is just enough to one-shot the meleeer when he comes through. The Venator Bow will be enough to one-shot the Major, and then we can one-shot the Ranger with SGS. Also, we'll be specking with SGS every single wave. Bring back our health and prayer. These are the runes in my bag. Whoops, I didn't mean to empty it. Those are the 4 rune types. And then we're going to smuggle some soul runes out of the shadow, and that'll give us Death Charge as well. Then we'll have access to that. I bring Bulwark for some of the stacks. Can be like just tricky or just unsolvable. So if I need to rotate to another pillar entirely, I'll wear Bulwark and I'll just run to another pillar just to be able to tank. And then I also have Elder Maul, since it's better than Dragon Warhammer now, and that is really, really nice for soul. You can always bring Dragon Warhammer. You can always bring BGS as well. Not used, like you don't need it, but very, very nice for soul. And then for possible downgrades, I would say, let me see. Will this be on YouTube? It will be on YouTube. Courtesy of No Monkey. This is probably about the minimum I would go into a Colosseum with. Obviously, this could be a Fire Cape. Doesn't have to be Inferno. But this is about the minimum I would bring into a Colosseum. And then That would be your inventory as well. With this setup, you would only be able to 2-shot the major with this setup, and then with the Eclipse Atlatl, you could 2-shot the major as well, and it's a 4-tick weapon, so not too bad. This is the lowest I've done a Colosseum in, so I wouldn't suggest going into Colosseum with less than this, I would say. For plugins, really quick, here are some of the ones that I really, really like. So, better NPC highlight. This ID highlights the solar flares around the pillar. That way you can, you know exactly where the solar flare is and you can dodge it. Custom menu swap. If you just copy paste this, I'll have it in the description for the YouTube video. If you copy paste this, it makes it so that when you left click the Fremenniks, it'll always prioritize the meleeer. So you know, because we kill them in order, meleeer, major, then ranger. I'll show you that in a second. So this always makes it so that it prioritizes the meleeer, then the major, or then the major, then the ranger. Yep. Oh, I didn't mean to show you that. That was secret tech. What's going on? Oh, last one. There is a Fortis Colosseum plugin. This will show you, you know, what stuff you have on each wave. Secret, don't worry about it. This will show you which mobs you have on each wave, and it'll put out the actual names for each invocation, so you don't have to scroll over them. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. And with that, let's go through the inventory. Secret, don't hack me. Okay. Okay. This is about the regular inventory I go into the Colosseum with. I'm actually going to end up bringing an extra divine because I'll be stopping to explain stuff. Just like that. I bring 2 Sandfuse just in case if you get Manti Mayhem 2, if for some reason you have to take bees, which I don't suggest taking. If you get venomed, you can Sandfuse yourself. You can bring more Sandfuse if you want over super restores. It's the same amount of prayer restore. But they're just more expensive, so only need to bring 2. So you should be fine. And then when we, let's see, when we pre-pot, this is all you need to pre-pot. That's it. You don't need to boost your range. You don't need to boost your mage with this setup. Everything should be fine. Also stay hydrated. Okay. So let's pre-pot and go in there. Ooh. So divine, then Karambwan, then angler. That's it. Bring in 4 brews. You probably want to bring in more, maybe 5 or 6. I'm pretty comfortable with 4, so I'm just gonna bring in 4. And let's start. I'm gonna turn on the metronome plugin, or turn it down pretty low. I really like the metronome plugin. I think it'll be helpful as well. Very, very important. Before you start, we're gonna blow a kiss to Minimus. Mwah. Best NPC in the whole game. Now, we drop 2 brew. I didn't mean to do that. Drop 2 brews here. We uncharge our shadow, and then bring about 30 soul runes. That's more than enough. And then you just drop the chaos runes, and that way we have death charge. So I have tile markers here, and then I have line markers. Line markers are just for the solar flare when you fight soul. You'll see that at the end. I'll explain the tile markers as we go. One thing I do want to explain is that I see most people use North Pillar for their first Colosseum. I did it for my first Quiver. It works, but it is significantly worse than South Pillar. I think South Pillar is objectively better. The reason why is because when you're on North Pillar, you probably have mobs like here and here to deal with, right? You can off-tick these ones by going around like this, right? But you already got mobs here, and then if you're on this side, I don't believe you can off-tick them by going this way. So you just have less options. It sucks. The second reason is that when reinforcements come in from the left, mobs will already just be around this area, and they'll always pull up to you. On South Pillar, they can get stuck, and I'll show you that around like wave 7 or so. But yeah, use South Pillar. Way better. Okay. We're going to switch into our mage gear, and we are going to start. Okay. We always start off with these 3 invocations. Those are the ones that are always offered to you. So Blasphemy is the one we always take in the beginning. Prayer is drained by 20% for just the damage you take. Just prayer gets lower, the more you get damage. This is you always take blasphemy. Frailty is one we take maybe 1 or 2. Not too bad. I wouldn't take frailty 3 for your first Colosseum. Could be very tricky. Relentless is almost take if you have to, because I really like the tankiness from Torva, and Relentless just turns off Torva. It just does. So we'll start off with blasphemy. We will start our waves. Okay. Let me explain the Fremeniks real quick. So first of all, we got the Serpent Shaman, just mage. That's it. The Fremeniks are different. So these 3 will spawn every single wave, and they attack on a 6-tick cycle, but it's fixed. So they don't attack like when you're moving. So here we're just like, we're chilling, we're friends, having a gosh darn old time, or just whatever. As long as I'm moving, they will not hit me. I will even look how happy we are. La la la. Skipping around, having a gosh darn old time. They will not hit you if you keep moving. Yeah. So yeah, they work different than other mobs. If you're moving while they're attack on their 6-tick, they just miss the move. Oh, the Jaguar spawn. Okay. So the way we deal with these, turn on Augury, the Warbender, then Rigor on the Warbender. Yeah, youch. SGS, whack this one. And that's how we're going to deal with the Warbanders on every single wave. Jaguar, so melee. Obviously, you just pray melee and he's fine. He Dragon Claw specs here, which is really funny. And each one of those could max a 47, so you could just get one shot. Here, we'll roulette. Always lucky, always humble. For the Serpent Shaman, I just scythe it. I don't bring like a mace or an Ellie or anything. There's no point. You can just scythe it, and you can just bring more brews or more super restore. Really not a big deal. Imagine you get glaive this run. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. Oh, I didn't explain the start tiles. So the reason why we start on those tiles is to stop stuff from spawning here in that area. Yeah, because it doesn't spawn stuff like right next to you. So if I spawn on this white tile here, not the yellow one, this white one here, things won't spawn next to me, and we can have a clean wave every single time. Quartet is take if you have to. Having an extra Fremennik spawn every wave is just less. It's just more time you have to waste at the beginning when you're trying to solve the wave. This really just sucks. Take if you have to. And it spawns 1 extra Fremennik at Soul. It's kind of annoying, I guess. I mean, doable, but take if you have to. Frailty is one that you probably want to take early. So your max HP gets lowered and you can't boost it anymore, which is fine. You can take like Frailty 1 or 2 and just be fine. I wouldn't suggest taking Frailty 3 on your first run. And Totemic is insanely annoying. Take if you absolutely have to. So it spawns a totem. If you don't kill it in time, it starts healing mobs. This is really annoying. Makes your waves go way longer. Don't take this. On Soul, it's not a bad idea, because it only spawns once at like 50%. Like, super easy. You can take this on Soul if you don't have any other thing. So, Frailty is what we're going to go with. Oops. Okay. We run back to Pillar. Deal with the Meleeer. Deal with the Major. Oh. That happens sometimes. Don't worry about it. Just shoot him again. Okay. Now we have a Major and a Ranger here. If you just wiggle a little bit, just like that, if the Major's in front, you can destack him. Go over here, hit the Major. If you have Scythe, you hit them both. Very, very nice to have Scythe. So, we can just do this. So, the Javelin Colossus, you protect a range against this guy. Every 5 hits, he throws like a Javelin, and it drops on your location, so just dodge that. Here comes the Meleeer. If I just pray melee here, and he just walks in, we're just dealing with 1 mob at a time. Very, very easy. Early waves are fine. Grab a drink. Also, for the purpose of this guide, I'm not going to be like prayer flicking or anything, just to show you how much supplies we actually do have. Oh, I'm not I'm not divined. Always stay divined. Makes a huge difference. Also, Always death charge and always thrall off cooldown. Always, always. Because now we're going to go into this next wave full spec. So, we start the wave back on this tile again. When does it get really intense? 6-ish. There's a lot of mobs that you have to deal with. And then around 11 is what I would say. So, Blasphemy, Frailty. Usually you want to take invos that you want to take early because the game usually offers you invos you already have to upgrade. So we can choose Blasphemy, Frailty. Bees is a never take. Do not take bees. What a terrible, terrible invocation this is. Don't take bees. We're going to go with Blasphemy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then run back behind the pillar. Melee. Although we're moving this entire time. So they don't hit us. Spec. By the way, you don't need your melee gear on. You don't need your piety on to one-shot that Fremennik. Yeah, you should be chill. You can even deal with the rangers here. They're both ranged, so you can just run through. Pray against them both. Can you ever have dead runs because of invo? Yeah, you can. There's some invos that can actually just completely screw you. So things like, it's like the one-off one. So like red flag, dynamic duo. Sometimes Manti Mayhem 3 can really screw your run, depending on RNG. But Manti Mayhem 3 is not a huge deal. If we do end up picking that, I can show you how to deal with that. So, come around here, kill the meleeer. I'm also going to assume you have maybe some basic fundamentals, so maybe you've done some Inferno or just know how NPCs work. Big thing is that the brain of the NPC is like this southwest tile here. That's why I have it highlighted. It always tries to line up that tile with you. So just knowing that, yeah, it will help you a lot. Can you make an Inferno guide? Maybe after I get more than 1 KC, maybe. Okay, back to mage gear. Start tile. Blasphemy, Frailty, and remember, Relentless is take if we have to. Fortunately, we don't have to. We can take Blasphemy 3. Now we have a Major and a Manticore. So we're actually just safe to shoot this guy right here. I'm actually going to rotate Pillar here, so I don't have to deal with the Manticore yet. The Ranger, you can keep the Ranger alive for a little bit. It only maxes a 14. So just super safe to keep it. If you just have to solve the wave before killing that Ranger, go ahead. It only maxes a 14, not a big deal. Okay, let me talk about the Manticore a little bit while this guy's spanking me a little. So it'll charge up these 3 balls, and then it's going to attack each one after every tick. So mage, range, melee. So I'm going to show that to you in a second. 1, 2, 3. Now it's going to charge it up again. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to rotate Pillar here because there's a Major that is not on the right tick. Notice how the melee are safe spotted here? Don't have to deal with them yet. Then we just kill the Major in peace. Yeah, so the Manticore, it could be mage, range, melee, or it could be range, mage, melee. Those are the only 2 variants unless you have Manti Mayhem 3. Again, mage, range, melee. Now it's going to charge again. Mage, range, melee. Yep. And it's just like that. That's how you deal with a Manticore. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now we got a nice situation. Mage next to melee. You can hit them both. What a nice time save. With this gear, if I wasn't explaining stuff, you can very effortlessly get the Grandmaster time. I think I average around 20 to 21 minutes. And Grandmaster time is 24 minutes. It's very, very generous. Just as long as you stay Divine and you hit something, you're more than fine to get it. We're going to death charge here. Yeah, starting from wave 4 onwards, we're going to have a Jaguar Warrior and a Major come out for reinforcements. Okay, so Totemic, take if you have to. Solar Flare is fine. I don't usually like it. I think it's annoying, but very, very doable. A lot of people find Solar Flare free. I'm going to take it just so I can show you how to deal with it. We're going to Divine, Thrall, start up. I always start praying Mage because they're very accurate. Oop. Yep, we SGS. Look, we're back to full again after everything. Okay. With Solar Flare 1, stays on the corner for 5 ticks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Just like that with Solar Flare 1. Pretty easy to dodge. It stays on each tile for 2 ticks like that. 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. You'll only take damage on that second tick. I'll show you in a second. So when you want to click off, hold on. I don't want to get hit by that thing. And then these guys are pulling up. Here, I'll show you when you want to click off for Solar Flare. 2 majors, doesn't worry. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, and you won't get hit. Once that true tile is on you, you can just move, and it's dealt with. Okay. So we could just kill the major here. Like, no big deal, and then we can just deal with it. Here's what I like to do if I have Scythe. I like walking to this tile for 2 ticks and then leaving. That way the Jaguar pulls up. By doing that, we hit them both. Secret technology. Only me. Only I know that. The reason I don't use any other tiles is for whatever reason. If I use like this tile or this tile to move out, the Jaguar will just walk over the Serpent Shaman and then they'll both attack you, which is fine. You can flick them both, but just makes it nicer. Death Charge. Look, we're back at full spec. Isn't Death Charge amazing? Better than Blood Barrage. I should have explained that. Sorry. Okay. We got 2 mobs here. We got a Manticore, we got a Ranger, right? I don't want them to attack in the same tick, because then I'm going to tank either a Ranger or a Mage Ball, right? If I want them to attack 1 tick different, like 1 tick delayed, stand on this tile marked here. And then when I walk out, the thing in the back is going to attack before the thing in the front. Which is nice, because that way the Ranger lines up with this range ball here, and then we'll be able to flick everything. So, walk out like that. Mage, range, melee. We flick everything. Yep, that way, all we have to do is look at the Manticore. And we're safe. We're completely safe. We're flicking everything perfectly. Yep, and there's deal with the Manticore. Wave is solved. Early wave's not so bad. Wave 6 can be really annoying. There's just a lot of mobs for whatever reason. But not too bad. Solar Flare 2, Frailty 2. Re-entry is a absolutely never take. Do not take re-entry, especially since we're completely melee. This is the... I would probably rather take bees over re-entry. Like, just having it be able to rag your tiles and then you just can make your wave unsolvable. It just can. Don't take re-entry. I think it's terrible. So, we're going to take Solar Flare 2. I'll show you how fast that becomes. Start praying Mage. Here we go. So we see a Ranger pull up. We're going to switch to Range Pray. And we Death Chart. Oh. See that? Once that blue tile's on me, you move. You won't get hit. Okay. We got a weird stack here. So we got Javelin, Manticore. We got these 2. These 2 can't wiggle because the Manticore is just stopping it from wiggling. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's how you dodge that. Once the Manticore moves, move left and right like that. Now the Major is free. Now we can deal with the Manticore. Now we got a meleeer here, which is nice. So we don't have to deal with that. This guy's stuck. Don't matter. Let's go to the Javelin guy. These Majors can't hit me from here. Oop, see that? With Solar Flare 2, it doesn't stay on the corner for 5 ticks. It just keeps moving normally. Solar Flare 3 can be... It can actually be a real pain. I don't know if I actually want to take that. It's on every tile every 1 tick. Every single tick. And if you get hit by it, it turns off your prayer. Pretty annoying. Yeah, Solar Flare is faster now. I'm going to move over here so this guy pulls up. We can hit him both. Secret tech. No one knows that. Except for me, of course. Oh. Stay divined. Every time the divine is down, you bring it back up. How much does Solar Flare hit you? It's not game ending. It probably around, I think around 15 to 20. Turning off the prayer might be a huge issue. Okay. Re-entry, Totemic. These ones suck. Manti Mayhem. It could be game ending if it turns off your prayer. That's the only thing. And then you get hit by like a shockwave or something. Manti Mayhem. This is one of the newer invocations. So every time Manticore fires something at you, it's actually 2 balls instead of 1. So it's 2 hit splats. I like Manti Mayhem because he doesn't actually change how you play. It just makes it more punishing if you miss a Manticore flick. So be aware of that. So a lot of people don't like to take it. I like to take it. Manti Mayhem 3 is the only one that's very... That could like be a run under. Okay. Throw all up. We got a ranger here. We pray range. Deal with these. It's back in death charge. Boom. Okay. Now we got a shockwave now. We're going to start seeing these. You just pray mage against these. But these guys hit like a truck. You do not want to tank one of these guys. 1, 2. I'll let them see me on the same tick. What hit me? Was that the Solar Flare? Okay. Oops, I'm going to take a ranger. Please be humble. Okay. Minotaur comes in. If I'm standing on this tile here, we got like one guy like a Shockwave Colossus. Minotaur will always pull up to the pillar like that. Very nice. Because it won't heal this guy I'm hitting right now. You don't get this option on North Pillar, because on North Pillar, they'll always be stacked up like just like that, like normally. And the Minotaur will always slide up. So you just have less options on North Pillar. Okay. The thing with Minotaur is that if it has a really weird targeting system. It's like, if you're within 6 tiles of it and it's like its middle tile lines up with a mob or something, it can heal that mob instead of taking its attack. But, oops, I don't, don't do that. You pray melee against these guys. They're pretty inaccurate. What's my PB? I think it's sub 20. What is my PB? Oops, Solar Flare. Doesn't matter. We have Blood Fury and we have SGS. Don't matter. 1948 is my PB. Okay, we dealt with the melee. We dealt with the major. Solar Flare still active, after, so just be careful. Okay, Solar Flare 3. I don't want to take that yet. Manti Mayhem 2. Same as Manti Mayhem 1, but if you get hit by an orb, you get venomed. That's why we bring Sandfuse. And Doom. They changed Doom. It's not just 20 stacks and then your run is over. It's 15 stacks, but it resets after each wave. I like taking Doom 1 because you're probably not making 15 mistakes in one wave. If you are, I think you probably deserve to die. I mean, I always take Doom 1 and then probably Doom 2. Doesn't really change how you play. I like invocations like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Run back. Ranger's gonna see me. Manticore's gonna pull up. This is when it starts to get a little tricky. Okay, so we have a ranger on a bad tick. So, we're gonna off-tick these two. Shockwave Colossi are very strong, but they die very fast. You want to target these guys if you can. Boom. Where's the javelin? Oh, okay. Same tick. Ranger in front. 1, 2, 3. Minotaur pulls up here. You don't have to deal with him yet. Now, if the Javelin Colossus wasn't here... Oh, let me flick this. If he wasn't there, the Minotaur would be healing this Manticore. But since he's here, it like blocks him. Won't heal the Manticore. Very, very nice. How do you get him on the same tick? Youch! Oh, another thing to... if you get hit by a Javelin, it applies 2 stacks of Doom for whatever reason. Okay. How do you get them on the same tick? It's that, if it's the range ball first, you just need to see them... They both need to see you on the same tick. That's it. We're at 40 health, but literally... about to see that it's not an issue. Yeah. If it was the mage ball first, we would start running from this middle tile. That way one of them saw us a tick later. Dodge the solar flare. Just keep hitting them. The thing about Colosseum is that you really need to act fast, especially with this whole reinforcements mechanic. So, at least just start hitting something. Don't just, like, stand there. I see a lot of people do that and they just die. Or run out of supplies. Javelin coming on. Here. Just move. And I could flick here if I wanted to. That's fine. We're not going to for the purpose of the guide. I got a bit lost there. There'll be more. There'll be more. I'll show you again. Okay, this is a good time to pick up our brews. Okay, Doom 2, Solar Flare 3, Totemic. Totemic's a never take. Solar Flare 3, take if you have to. It's a bit annoying. So, also, you can't move in between these waves, so get to the tile as soon as you can. But you can switch your gear, which is nice. We're gonna Thrall. We're gonna take Doom 2. So that's 10 mistakes instead of 15. We're gonna start playing range here for 9 and 10 because there's no majors. Very easy solve here. Ranger's gonna pull up. Manticore are east. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna deal with the Manticores here instead. If you have 2 Manticores here, yeah, they'll never attack at the same time. They'll do this rapid succession thing like this. Oh, Minotaur. Unlucky. That's really unlucky. It's crazy I actually couldn't kill him at that time. We took a shot. No big deal. Yeah, 9 and 10 are not bad. It's just 2 Manticores and 1 Ranger, and then 1 Minotaur. Really not bad at all. 9 and 10 are fine. 10 is going to be the same thing, but just 1 extra Ranger. Wave 11 is going to be a little bit harder. The reason why Wave 10 will be a little harder is because it's a Minotaur and a Mage. But I'm going to teach you how to deal with that. That's why I have the Mage block tile here. I'll show you how to use that. So, sit here, kill the Minotaur. Dodge the solar flare. Remember, as soon as it's right under you, click away. So I'll just reiterate. 2 Manticores. If 2 Manticores are showing, they'll always be the same. It's not going to be like one's going to be mage, one of them's going to be range first. That'll never happen. However, if you kill 1 Manticore before the second Manticore shows what it is, like shows what orbs it is, it can be different. But if they're showing at the same time, yeah, well, that'll happen when you do 300 of them. Yeah, when you bring Thralls, you bring Scythe, you bring, yeah, Best in Slot. Yeah, just don't bring, like, Full Ancestral, don't bring Blood Barrage, don't do any, don't do that to yourself. So, just as long as they see me on the same tick, if I move from the left of the pillar, they'll always see me same tick. Always, always. The only way I can get them to be off tick is if I run from the middle, this tile here, and run right, just like that. But I want them to see me on the same tick because they're both the same. So, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move over here so I don't have to deal with solar flare. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, here's another thing I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the reason I bring Bulwark, because it's possible I don't show you. I would bring Bulwark in the case that you have a stack of 3 mobs here. Maybe you have like a Ranger, a Major, and a Manticore, but the Manticore is like range first. So you have to tank something. I think there's like a really weird way to move to deal with that. I never learned it. So what I usually do, this is how I deal with it. I Bulwark here. I mean, I can flick these just fine, but if there's something unflickable, you'll see. By doing that, oops. Youch. I don't know why that didn't poison. Oh, I only have Anti-Mayhem 1. Okay. Yeah, by doing that, by rotating pillars, The other stuff is going to go over here, and you can deal with one mob at a time. And that should solve your wave. That's why I bring Bulwark. Remember, we have Blood Fury, we have SGS. Health is not an object. The reason I'm not SGSing, even though I'm at 100, I want to make sure I'm at 100 when I get to Soul, just for Elder Maul. Okay, go back to the starting tile. Manti Mayhem, Doom 3, Totemic. Totemic keeps coming back. Really wants me. Don't want to do Doom 3. Doom 3 is a never take even for me. I don't like Doom 3. So Manti Mayhem 2 will be practically the same. We'll take Manti Mayhem 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Prey range. So we got 2 Manticores here. Don't freak out. We're just gonna run away from the danger. Because as long as we stay praying range, these guys will not hit me. They will not hurt me. But we got 2 Rangers here. We're gonna rotate. Just like last wave. I'm going to rotate this way, just so the Manticore pulls in. Oh shit, the mage block. Oh, I got too late. It was too late. That's unfortunate. Ooh. We're okay. We're okay. Don't forget. Okay, the mage is off ticked. So, anytime I'm not flicking the Manticore, I'm praying mage. Oh, we actually are running out of supplies for prayer. Yeah, we'll be fine. Actually, you know what? This is infinite prayer. This is infinite restore. That's annoying. That really sucks. So the Minotaur, if you're in melee range of the Minotaur, he won't heal. Even if you're on the corners, he won't heal. The Solar Flare stops us from doing that, unfortunately. Actually, I might actually just tank a Solar Flare just to deal with this. Oh, don't have to. Blessed. Deal with the Minotaur. Our wave is solved. And we're almost done. We got one more wave left. Okay, I need to show you Mage Block way better. Can Minotaur heal himself? No. No, he can't. If you're in melee range of Minotaur, he can't heal other mobs. And he can't heal himself, ever. Red flag didn't show up yet. Probably won't. But red flag just means that the Minotaur has smart pathing. You can't safe spawn him or anything. That's a run under. That can very well be a run under depending on your wave. Don't take that. That's almost a never take. Oh, we never got Myopia either. Myopia is an almost always take on this build because we do it all melee. Myopia doesn't matter to us, not in this setup. Okay. If you've made it this far in the Colosseum, congrats. We're on the last one. There it is. Myopia. Nice. That way we don't have to take Doom 3. Don't have to take Solar Flare 3. Myopia. Want my OP so Myopia makes it so that your range is reduced by 2 tiles. Just for any range shot. We do this mostly melee. So the only range we have is just dealing with the Fremenniks, and we already run behind the pillar anyway. Myopia is an always take. An always take. Pray mage. Thrall up. Okay. Manticore, and then I have... So I'm just dealing with a Manticore here. That's it. Flick the Manticore. Then we deal with the Ranger. Just be patient. Oops. Okay, that can actually mess you up if he has to walk up like that. Okay. Okay. I did that kind of fast, just because the clock's ticking. But before that Manticore spawned with his orbs, I had to pull this one in closer. And then there was a Major and a Ranger. So by running from that middle tile, I prayed range and then I prayed mage. Ah, God, I didn't. Okay, I'm just gonna explain it after this. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not divine, that's why. Looks like it's going bad, but it's actually not bad at all. Okay. There's no reason to worry. This is actually solved. It's solved. Okay. The reason why I have this mage block tile is because if I'm standing here and the major and the meleeer show up, the major will start hitting me, but the minotaur will still start walking up. So in that case, the minotaur always pulls up first before the major, and then I wouldn't have to deal with the major while dealing with the manticore. That's why I do that. In this case, this is a weird case. This is a case where we kind of have to tank here, which kind of sucks, but that's okay. Because I want to pull the minotaur out. He'll heal anything if I try to attack it, right? So I do have to tank a range hit. I'm going to pull up Bulwark. I have it on block. But the way I pull the minotaur out and bring him back into the pillar, so we're going to walk out 3 tiles. We're going to walk back into the pillar, just like that. I'm going to put on Rigor because it increases your range defense as well. Okay. There. Youch! We're okay. We're probably going to have to brew, to be fair, because I'm going to have to do the Bulwark thing I told you guys about. And I refuse the SGS. I want 2 Elder Maul specs for soul. Even with me just wasting time and explaining, I still have like 2 super restores. That's more than enough. We're going to brew here. We're definitely going to brew here. Okay, we're going to Bulwark. Okay. When I run to the left, they're all going to attack me same tick. So, Major and the Manticore are going to attack me with Mage. I'm going to start off praying Mage. I'm going to have to take the Ranger. That's going to be the only issue. So, turn on Rigor, turn on Mage Pray, and we're going to flick the Manticore as we run through, okay? Here we go. Youch. You threw a Javelin. Be aware of that. Once he's around like 2 tiles, close to the pillar, you can run over and hit him. And Shockwave dies so fast. Ranger's usually not very accurate in Torva, but this one's getting lucky. Okay. We've done this over and over. Yeah, Torva, baby. So remember. Mage, range, right? He's mage first. I want him to attack 1 tick off, right? I want the ranger to attack and then the manticore, right? We're going to run from the middle, just like the other pillar. We're going to run from the middle, run out, range pray, and then we're going to flick the manticore, okay? Okay, my cue to switch prayers is that second ranger attack. Now. Second ranger attack. Now. Thrall up. Now. Look at that. Now you can't mess this up. You just stay praying range. That's it. That's the waves. Okay, we still got infinite brews. Decent amount of. It's not gonna take. It's gonna take like maybe 2 doses. I would say maybe 3. For soul. Okay, now I have to explain soul, which. Okay, we're gonna take relentless because relentless does nothing for soul. It's so free. It's so free. Relentless sucks in the waves. Always take it on soul. If you have volatility as well, that didn't show up either in our run. That's the one that makes them explode when you kill them. Volatility is also free on soul. Really annoying during the waves. That's a take if you have to. So, while still trying to stay active and not getting logged out, I am going to show you. I'm going to explain all the mechanics because it's kind of a lot to explain during the boss fight. Oh, I closed it. But I'm going to explain them before the boss fight, and then I'm going to point them out as we go through. So let's start. I have to do this without getting logged out, so it's going to be a little tricky. we have... Not that. Come on. Okay. Soul has 4... Let's see. Has 4 basic attacks. Spear 1, Spear 2, Shield 1, Shield 2. 4 hits that you gotta memorize. Now, this is just how he hits. So these gray tiles are danger tiles. You don't want to be standing there, you'll take damage. So he will start off the fight always Spear 1. Always with Spear 1. Which is just, if you're standing here, just 1 tile back. That's it. Also, courtesy of whoever I got this from on Reddit. Appreciate you. I'll shout you out on the description or something. So what we do for Spear 1, one tile back. Spear 2 is like a 3-prong thing. It's 1 tile diagonal. So if you're standing here, 1 tile diagonal, right? Shield 1 is just 1 tile back. It could be any one of these. That's his attack pattern for Shield 1. And then this is attack pattern for Shield 2. So this is just stuff you're going to have to memorize. There is a tool online to practice it, which is really, really nice. You can do that before the actual fight. And then, does he do this in order? I'm about to explain that, actually. He always starts off with Spear 1, right? So with my excellent flowchart, it's not even centered. So he always starts Spear 1. He'll always start Spear 1, right? Very beginning. From Spear 1, he could do Spear 2, or he could just go to Shield 1. If that makes sense. If he does Shield 1, he can either do Spear 1 or Shield 2. So he can't do like Spear 1, then Shield 2, or vice versa, right? So if he does Spear 1, those are the other options. And you can tell just from the animation. Speaking my language is MS Paint. I'm telling you, best tool on the internet. So when he does a move, you always kind of know what's going to come next. You always know what's going to come next is the thing. They just have different animations and different sounds. You'll see that in the fight. So you just have to memorize just the attack patterns. And there's a tool online to help you with this fight. So Spear 1, 1 tile back. Spear 2, corner. Shield 1, also 1 tile back. Shield 2, 2 tiles back. And remember, you can run 2 tiles in the same tick you can do 1 tile. So same way to react. Okay, I'm going to go over his specials real quick. He has 2 specials you have to watch out for. One of them is just his spear starts glowing and he pokes you 3 times. For that special, you just have to pray melee on the right tick that he attacks you. And it's really just like, it's more feeling based than like, oh, it's 3 ticks or whatever, which it is 3 ticks, but just is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and he'll stab you 3 times. Be very careful because under 50% health, he delays his last attack by 1 more tick. So it's just a different timing. I'll point that out when that happens. His other special is that he'll call out one of your pieces of gear. So he'll say like body, legs, feet. He'll do it in the chat. He'll do it above his head. All you have to do is just click that piece in your gear tab, and you'll be safe from the attack. But if you do that on the perfect tick, when he's like reaching, his hand grabs you like that, right? If you do it on the right tick, you get a perfect parry, which means your next hit will be a max hit. So when you see that special attack, you should get excited because it's just more damage. It's great. Lastly, just a few more things. It's just that at every health interval, so at 90, 75, 50, 25, and 10% health, he'll drop pools on the ground. So he'll rag some of your tiles that you can't walk on. That'll be dangerous if you have Doom as well, because it ticks down your Doom. He'll always put one on you, and then he could put any like a 9x9 down like 14 times. That's okay. You'll get it. So dodge the pools, and then every time that happens, he summons a new crystal like around the arena. Those will shoot lasers like just at certain intervals. Dodge those. Those can actually one-shot you. Those are the only thing in that fight that can actually one-shot you. It's the only thing to be like actually scared of. Everything else you can recover from. Promise. Those lasers will one-shot you. The last thing I want to note is that when he drops down pools at one of those health intervals, he's going to continue his normal rotation. So if he does Spear 1 and then he drops pools, he will do Spear 2. He just keeps going. But he will always do a Spear attack after the pool. So I'll point that out when we do the fight. If he does a special, he'll start back from the very beginning. So if he does Spear 1, then a special, he'll go back to Spear 1. And with that, I will point out... I'll point these out. It'll make more sense when we go through the fight. I promise, promise, promise. Okay? So... we're going to Divine, pull out the Elder Maul. We're going to drop both those specs at the very beginning of the fight. All right, take me a Minimus. Let's go. I'm going to point everything out. 1, 2. Also, there'll be a cutscene if it's your first time. Okay, we run in. Spear 1. Spear 2. Spear 1. Now he's going to drop pools here, so I'm going to stay on this corner so he doesn't rag more of my tiles. Spear 2. Remember, because we started off with Spear 1 before that. Spear 1. Another poodle? Poodle? Wait, was it Spear 1? Shit. Spear 2, I think? Okay, Spear 2. Shield 1. Hands. Boom! That's the timing. Whoa! Drop. So that's a max hit. Shield 2. Shield 1. Spear 1. He's gonna drop more puddles. Spear 2. Dodge the solar flare. Dodge the laser. Shield 1. Spear 1. Spear 2. Body. Boom. That's the timing. Spear 1. Shield 1. Another puddle. Okay. Spear 2, I think. Nope. Okay, here. 1. 1. That's delayed. There. Shield 1. Oops. Spear 1. We're gonna have to rotate. Legs. Okay. I'm actually just gonna show you that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Spear 1. Oh no. Spear 2. I'm gonna kick him to death because I'm gonna show you. Oop. This is in Rage. Shield 2. There we go. I forgot to mention that in Rage he drops more puddles. So I wanted to delay that a little bit to show you. And that is your first quiver. There we go. Looks a little whatever, but, you know. That is the soul fight. And that's why I had the line markers there. That's where the solar flares were. That fight got a little... The lasers got a little weird, that one, huh? I could do another run, maybe. To explain more stuff, but we'll blow another kiss to Minimus. Mwah, we love you. Appreciate you. Where the KC at? 313. 310 quivers in the bank. Inferno guide. When I have more than when I have more than one KC. Oh, my face is covering it. Okay. About 1.29 bill. I'm doing Colosseum. Oh, wait, please, do I have to turn these in?
It doesn't actually look like you have enough space to carry 4,000 sunfire splinters. Come back when you have room.
No, I have like 300 of these. No! Remember, blasphemy first. Boom. I didn't take out the soul runes. Here's what I do. I keep the ranger alive and I sight them both. That way I can hit them both. He did record it. There's a whole series. We gotta unload this. Can I charge my thing? Oh my god. Best player in the world, by the way. Okay. We're gonna take Blasphemy too. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Got him stacked again. And death charge before I kill it. Get the extra 15. We can hit them both. You guys want to see me do a backflip? I just did it. We're gonna flick them both here. Oops. Humble. Back to our starting tile. Okay. I'm just gonna end Blasphemy. We'll take Blasphemy 3. I don't really want to deal with Solar Flare. Our reward is 1 rune chain body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Death charge. Okay. Got Rangers here. We're perfectly safe. We spec every wave. Restore health, restore prayer. Very nice. 2 javelins. Another one coming. I'm gonna flick a little more for this one. I'll go around to the side. Pull the ranger in. I don't actually want to kill the major yet. I want to kill the Oh. If you have the major pulled up like this, and I go to the other side, he's gonna pull up on me. But very easy to flick them both. As soon as the major hits, switch to range. As soon as the ranger hits, switch to mage. That simple. Yep. And now we can hit them both. I love doing this with Scythe. I always try and set these up. Maybe I could properly show mage block this time. Let's hope so, huh? Thrall up. Look at this guy. He's so tall. Holy. Back to safe or starting tile. Doom. Okay. Okay. Even if the major's behind the manticore like this, you can still wiggle it. Just like that. Now I don't have to deal with the manticore yet. Oop. Okay. Major shut up. That's how we deal with that. I didn't want to start killing the melee because I want to kill these both at the same time. Just speeds up your runs a little bit. If you can get your fire cape, you can do wave 1 through 4 at least. Come on. Okay. Myopia. Always take. Myopia is an always take. Take if have to. Take if I have to. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a Manticore pulling up with the Major. We got him on the right tick, which is nice. But I want to kill the Ranger first, actually. There's a reason for that. Yeah, your fire cape, bicycle emoji? Ellie. The reason I want to kill this guy first is because... Remember, this time I wanted him to see me on the same tick, right? Because you can do the same thing we did with the meleeer with this. I think this guy's off tick. He is. I have to retreat. That's okay. Youch. You can make plenty of mistakes, but Blood Fury OP. SGS is godlike, so no issues. That's why we bring Thralls, that's why we bring Death Charge. Don't bring Ancients. I could put the meleeer behind the Manticore. You don't see me. He has no idea. Oh, I never dropped the Chaos Rings. I'm gonna pick up my brews now. I just can. Okay, wave 6. These are awful. These are really, really terrible. Bees is never take, so it's between totemic and volatility. Blech! Volatility. Excuse me. I'm probably gonna choose volatility. Just so you know how to deal with it during the waves. The Fremenniks explode too. You gotta be a little... Youch. That's why it's annoying. This is a weird... Oh. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill this Major here. Okay, he's ranged, so I gotta retreat. And then we off-tick these two. If that Manticore was Mage, we would have been fine just hitting the Major. Wave 6 can be tricky when you're doing first time. Could just like look at all just like the amount of mobs can like it's like mental stack. But I'll show you how to deal with this stack. Everything's... Oh! I love yellow clicking. Okay. These two are pulled up here. These two are range. We just walk out here. Same tick. All you have to do is keep your eye on the Manticore. 1, 2, 3, and back to range. I'm gonna kill the Manticore. Because I want to scythe these two. Oh. Add a divine. I forgot about volatility. That's why I hate it. I always forget I have it. Always, always. I'll be real. I forgot again. But I just got lucky. Give me my brew. Okay. Volatility and Quartet sucks. Do not do this. Do not do this to yourself. One or the other. Do not take both. Do not. So, take Doom. Oh, they're all on the same side. I'm gonna slide over here. Flick this guy. We're gonna go over here. The reason why I did that is because if I didn't kill the Manticore in time, Minotaur would just come and heal it. Which sucks. I don't want to be caught like that. And there he is, and I didn't kill what was in front of me. So, Minotaur pulls up. Just rotate. Can't do that on North Pillar. Don't use North Pillar. Use South. Remember to step a tile away after volatility. Okay, explosion gone. Deal with the Manticore like we always do. Come on. Okay, Myopia. Red flag is a almost never take. Of all the never takes, probably the better one, but do not take red flag. This will ruin your run. 3, 4. Okay, got a Ranger and a Manticore pulling up. Ouch. Had to off-take those really fast. Hopefully I kill this in time. I'm in, like, best in slot gear. I should be able to, right? Surely. Okay, we're gonna off-take it. Oh, there's this guy. That's bad. Well, you don't want that, at least. Okay. If Minotaur is here, he will heal these two. He just will. He's close enough. So, we set off our own optic. And we can kill the Minotaur without it healing anything. There we go. Volatility. Boom. Then remember, run from this tile, off take him like that. Run over to the major. Redivine. I have volatility. Ouch! Oh! Living. We are okay. Bit low health. We can do this though. Myopia 3. I don't. Volatility 2 is almost never take as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're... Hey, perfect. I just have to dodge the explosions. Okay. I'm actually just going to run immediately to the other pillar, because I don't know what these manticores are. And if they're not range, which they aren't, I would have to run here anyway. Yeah, here's what I was talking about with North Pillar. Because of the way the mobs are stacked, Minotaur will always pull up. There's no option for him to like get stuck on the pillar for whatever reason. You just have less options on North Pillar. That's what I was talking about. Just showered and almost done with a run. Oh, that's where you went. We're supposed to be here learning. And it'll be on YouTube, don't worry about it. I have volatility on, so very funny. Did you claim the glaive after your wave? I did. I was like, no, man, I gotta finish the run, but I had like frailty and volatility, like just bad invos, and I was for some I like even after 300 Colosseum, I was just shaking. So I was like, I don't want to risk it. And it was like just like a normal wave. Hold on, volatility. I hate volatility. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna risk it. If it showed again and I died again, that's in Mexico we say "ay caramba." I'm not actually in Mexico though. But still, whatever, dude. Okay, wave 10. This sucks. This sucks. Ah! Okay. I don't want volatility 2. This really sucks. Doom 3 is a never take. Dynamic Duo, I'm going to end up taking because it only changes my wave 11. It does make it way harder. And it could screw me. It could. But the only chance I'm going to have is on wave 11. So I'm just going to do it. Who's going to stop me? Nobody. Oh, prayer range. Oops. Gotta dodge the explosions. Since they're moving, they're gonna have a delayed, like, death, I guess. Hopefully these are range. Please be range. Of course. Okay, I can show you mage block here. I can show you for real. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on this. So I can show you. Boom, okay. Pray mage here. That way you always get the Minotaur and don't have to volatility. Minotaur pulls up. You don't have to deal with the major. Yet. Wave 11 is going to be tricky. I might die. He's going to explode. Okay, we're gonna rotate pillars. Rigor on, because we're gonna tank a ranger. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. 2 tiles. And we're safe. We've solved. He's been cooking up a storm for real. Prove it. Volatility. Okay, remember to off tick, middle tile, just like the other pillar. Want the ranger to hit first, and then Manticore. If this is Mayhem 3 and it's like melee, whatever, it doesn't actually matter because the ranger will hit first and then whatever orbs come, it'll always be off-ticked if the ranger's in the back. So, ooh, boom, boom, boom. Take it slow if you need to. Boom, boom, boom. Just like we've always done. I'm going to stay on the corner here so I can dodge the volatility. You know how it is. You can say hello to Soul. Hey, Soul. You can examine him. He looks important. God's strongest javelin. There we go. He was not dying. Okay, wave 11. We got a Manti Mayhem, which is fine. That's good. Remember, we do have, what is it? What was the thing called? Dynamic Duo. We do have Dynamic Duo. We're not taking bees. We will never in a million years take bees. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a guide for that combat task, but oh god. So we have 2 majors here. Right. Wow, perfect. Actually. Wait. What a god spawn, actually. This is a god spawn. This is actually so sick. The only thing that could ruin this is not setting up mage block. Be very aware of mage block. Come on, one more hit. There we go. Mage block. Boom. Now he's... See, they changed. See, this one's ranged now because the other one didn't show while I was... And the other one died. So it could be a new one. Very important if you have Manti Mayhem 3. But now I can just deal with everything, like, one at a time. This is a... For Dynamic Duo, this is a god spawn. This is like... Just like hand it to me on a platter. Very, very nice. Major's gonna pull up after the Manticore. No solar flare to deal with. Very, very nice. Very, very chill. These guys, you cut through them like butter. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful wave 11. Deal with the Minotaur. Now we can kill this guy. And we have so much restore because we're zooming. It's fine. I could go. I'm not gonna go to the bathroom, but yeah, you get the point. Death charge. Very nice. We took that instead of blood barrage. Wait for this to pull up so you don't get smacked. I'm not that ballsy. Also, I don't have to pee yet. Unlucky. Remember, off tick. I'll show it one more time because it'll be the last time. From middle. To the right. 1, 2. Just like Inferno. Soon as that attacks, range. And then back to mage. Tick perfect piss. I'm really out of divine? I took that long. That sucks. Volatility. You know how it is. I'm gonna combat as soon as we start soul. Oh. He's living. What do we have? Now we can take volatility too. And now we don't even have to take solar flare because this is free on soul. Just run away as soon as he dies. Very simple. Okay, I want to point out the mechanics again as we go. Maybe this one will be less hectic. Here we go. Pow! Pow! Perfect. Spear 2. Spear. Oh, shield 1. Sorry. Shield 2. Okay. Puddle coming in. He did shield 2, so he's going to do spear 1. There it is. Spear 1. Oh. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's the normal speed for that. Spear 1. Shield 1. Shield 2. Move. May look dragged, but you can do this. Spear 1. Spear 2. Spear 1. Body. Boom. That's the timing. When he grabs you. Shield 1. Spear 1. Another puddle. He's gonna do spear 2. Spear 1. Body again. Give me max hits. Shield 1. Spear 1. Laser. Shield 1. You can always rotate around him. Shield 2. Shield 1. I'm going to stand over here so he puddles this side. I can just rotate. Spear 1. Shield 1. Shield 2. Spear 1. I'm going to go to the corner here so he doesn't rag my tiles. Shield 1. You're going to do spear 1 because he did do shield. No lasers, please. Spear 2. Volatility. Just run over here. Actually, I can get hit by it if I want. That's the second run. There we go. And with that, we are officially done with the Colosseum. You like FNAF? I guess. Yeah, oh. Yeah, check this out. This is FNAF. And there we go. 4 pets. None from trading quivers. We did it.
Ow! Ow, that actually hurt. You seriously pushed the weed.
Get out of here, I'm sick of you.